Ho, ho, ho. I'm here in Brazil and I'm sweating. And I'm here in Brazil for Christmas. And I suddenly realized that things in Brazil are really, really different at Christmas time. So what I'm going to do today is talk about a video that's really, really popular with a lot of people who follow me. They want to know what a traditional English Christmas is like and how it is different to a Brazilian Christmas or any other Christmases in the world. So at the moment, I'm sweating. I'm dying because it's really, really hot here in Brazil. It is the summer, which is completely different because whenever I hear that song, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas or whatever that is, it doesn't feel like it at all because Christmas in my country is very, very cold. Now, of course, Christmas around the world is different. Okay, in Slovakia, they have this, which is a fish in the bath. I don't know. And in Brazil as well, they have a huge party on the 24th. And then they swap the presents at midnight. But in England, we do something a little bit different. We have it on the morning of the 25th. So let's go through it. Number one, as I say, on the morning of the 25th, you get up, you open your presents because Santa Claus visits in the night. So we open the presents in the morning, traditionally in front of our family, and the presents are kept around the bottom of the tree. Okay, so we have the tree. So that brings me on to number two, and this is a very common thing. We have a huge tree in the house. It's usually a real tree, but quite often now it's an artificial tree. And on the top of the tree, we usually have an angel or a star. And it's a tree that's hugely decorated. Looks a little bit like this. Great little tree. And that's what we have in our house. So a lot of people ask if Christmas is religious. Christmas originally was celebrating the birth of Christ. For some people, it's still a lot about religion. For others, it's about Santa Claus bringing presents. And for others, it's just a great excuse to get drunk. And so there you go. The next thing that's really common in England is mince pies. These things are amazing. Okay, it's a kind of, looks a little bit like this. And it's a kind of pastry that's filled with the most delicious fruit. And it's so amazing. And quite often we just eat them, which is why we gain a lot of weight at Christmas time. But they are fantastic. And usually, the night before Christmas, we leave out a mince pie for Santa. Okay, the next one is the Christmas card. This was invented in the Victorian era in England, and it's basically a Christmas card. It has a picture of something Christmassy, looks a bit like this. And then they write Merry Christmas, and they send them to people all over the world. It's a huge industry. Of course, now it's becoming more and more electronic, but still I like to send and I like to receive a Christmas card. I'm here in Brazil. My parents have sent me a Christmas card. I love it. Haven't received it yet, but it is on its way. So thanks, Mum and Dad. The next one we have is the Christmas cracker. The Christmas cracker, we actually have it on the table during the Christmas meal, and then we pull it with our friends. You take one end of the cracker, and you take another end of the cracker, and then you pull it. Okay, they look like this, and then they explode, and inside there's a joke, a terrible joke. Jokes like, what's brown and sticky? A stick. Terrible jokes, unfunny jokes, but they're funny because they're not funny. And we also have these paper crowns. I'm going to talk about those in a moment. And some kind of little toy. It could be some kind of hair clip, could be some kind of nail trimmers, something very trivial. The next thing we have, as I said before, is the traditional Christmas dinner. It's usually a turkey. It looks like this. Turkey. And it's a lot of potatoes, and it's a very heavy meal, usually served with wine. And it's great, and that's where we pull the crackers. And it's a great meal. I really miss Christmas dinner. They kind of have it here, but some of the food is missing. So I really do, as the Brazilians say, tenho saudades. I really miss the traditional British Christmas in that one, because the food is really heavy, and usually you drink a lot. And most of this is on the 25th. It's great. Okay, the next thing is drinking. We drink a lot. We drink a lot normally, but at Christmas we drink a lot. Okay, we really drink. We love a good drink at the best of times, and at Christmas it's just a crazy, just wine, beer, wine, everything you can imagine, whiskey, because it's so cold and it's so good to drink whiskey at the end of the night. I know some of my fans on here, they're not drinkers, but that's kind of part of Christmas for me, probably the main part. So it really is. The next Christmas tradition is the paper crowns. Okay, we get these from the Christmas cracker. We are drunk. We're drinking wine. We are heavily drunk, and we put these paper crowns on our heads, and we look like complete idiots. They're like a little bit like this, and and we just love it because it's just part of the tradition. Telling our terrible jokes. This is all part of the Christmas spirit. And the whole day is just drinking and eating and swapping presents and probably usually arguing in my family. Yeah, usually happens around 7 o'clock. We start to argue and then realise why we've been apart for so long, which is really different. In my family, it's not really too religious. No one really talks about things. It's more just a time to be with family and to enjoy and to get drunk. And don't judge me. And the next thing I say is the Christmas pudding. The Christmas pudding is amazing. It's an amazing fruity cake. And usually we set it on fire. I don't know about that. It's just great. It's just absolutely great. Oh my goodness, I missed them. And we just give, sometimes you just give them. In Brazil, I think you have the traditional Christmas panettone. That's not it. That's the Christmas pudding for us. And sometimes there's a coin inside, so don't choke. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is mulled wine. Mulled wine is a kind of hot wine used with lots of spices and flavorings to make it really tasty. And that is the main source of getting drunk. It looks like this. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it. Too much, clearly. And I love the Brazilian Christmas. I'm hot and I'm drinking cold beer. But I do miss a nice cold night with a mulled wine. And usually we have lots of great things. We have holly, which looks like this, and we have ivy, which is a traditional Christmas thing. And there is nothing better than if you do live in a really cold part of the country and at a traditional house. I don't have one in my house, but I have been in a house where it was very cold with the snow outside. You can see I'm getting a bit emotional because I'm remembering that I'm far away from home. But the snow outside, and then you have a beautiful log fire that looks like this. And sit by that, you put a blanket over your legs, and you sit there, you drink your mulled wine, and you talk to your family. And it's a great feeling. Right up until the wood runs out, and you have to go outside and chop more wood to put more wood onto the fire. Ugh, nobody wants to do that when the freezing cold is outside, but it's all part of the fun. I also forgot to say, when you are outside, you should build one of these. It's a snowman. It's a man made of snow. Yay! Like Olaf from Frozen. No, yeah. Oh yeah, and while we're on the subject of men, these little fellas are called gingerbread men, and they're like a biscuit in the shape of a man, and we eat them at Christmas, and it's traditional, along with candy canes. There's so much that I forgot that I've had to add at the end of this video, but there's probably a lot more that you can tell me in the comments that I have forgotten. And the next thing I want to talk about is these Christmas stocking. I have one in Brazil. I love it. I think some people do. It's not overly traditional here. But in the Christmas stocking, you put some kind of trivial gifts, little gifts, not the big ones that you leave under the tree that Santa brought for you. But the kind of trivial gifts like, I don't know, an orange. An orange is quite traditional. My mum gives me an orange. I hope that's traditional, otherwise my mum's just been giving me terrible presents. And also we have a lot of plays. People traditionally go to the nativity plays. to watch about the religious plays and about the nativity. And also, we sing Christmas carols like "God rest you merry gentlemen, let nothing," and we go to the doors of people's houses sometimes. I love to do it as a kid. I love to do it. You go to somebody's house and you start singing, and you give them traditional carols, singing, and then they, give you money or say thank you or something. I don't know. I can't really remember. My father probably banked the money. Probably for that orange. So you go singing to people's houses. And also another traditional Christmas thing is the pantomime, which is another form of theatre. If you don't know it, Google it. It's great fun. It's like a kid-friendly theatre with lots of action, and it's usually based on Cinderella or something like this. And there's a lot of singing and dancing, and it's great fun. And there's a lot of, "Oh, he's behind you," and you, "Oh no, he's not. Oh no, he isn't." It's great fun. I might have to do a video in the future about the British obsession with the French form of theatre, pantomime. But it is fantastically fun. I kind of like it because I'm a big kid. The other thing that's really different, and it happens to be my mother's birthday, is the day after Christmas we celebrate it as a holiday as well. We call it Boxing Day, and it's incredibly important for us as well. It's another holiday. It's another chance to drink and eat. And the final thing I want to talk about, the final thing is this. The Christmas cake. The Christmas cake is so important, covered in icing. It's beautiful, it's stunning. We usually have it along with brandy, and it is so delicious, and I miss it so much. I miss it so much. I'm actually a little bit nostalgic now from this video. I'm missing Christmas, but I'm happy. I'm happy here in Brazil. Very hot, and eating barbecue and drinking a lot of beer right up until the big day. But I'm going to say there's loads of traditions. So probably if you can take anything from this video, it would be that we, in England, it's very cold. We drink a lot. We drink a lot, and we drink some more, and we eat a lot, and we get very fat. We all decide for New Year's, our New Year's resolution is to lose weight, because we've usually gained so many kilos or so many pounds during this period of time. So drink a lot, sometimes argue, mainly have good fun with your family, celebrate it hugely on the 25th with lots of crazy little traditions, and we generally get drunk, eat a lot, and have a fantastic time. So I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. It doesn't matter if Christmas is important to you or not. I want to share the love with you of Christmas. Or Merry Xmas. Sometimes people say Xmas because Mass relates to religion. Christ relates to Christ. So people say Xmas because it's a general word, Xmas. So I wish you a Merry Xmas, whatever your faith, religion, or beliefs, and I hope you have a wonderful time. And why don't you write down in the comments below how Christmas is different for you, or what you celebrate in your religion. Do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate New Year? Do you celebrate Eid? Do you celebrate Ramadan? Write down in the comments below, because as much as I love to teach, I also love to learn. Have a great day, and thank you very much for watching. Hey, thank you very much for watching the video. You should totally subscribe down here or here, and check out one of these two videos. I really hope you enjoy them, and I hope you have a great time. Or don't check them out. Do something else. You should totally check them out. Have a great day.